At the beginning of the 1900s, a small bicycle repair shop in Ohio, America, had become the center of a dream that would change the course of history. Orville and Wilbur Wright, two brothers, had been passionate about the idea of flying since childhood. For some, flying was an impossible dream, but for them it was an engineering problem waiting to be solved. First and foremost, they needed to understand the basic principles required for human flight: aerodynamics, balance, propulsion, and control. The brothers approached this process systematically. Starting from 1899, they began with various combined paper plans and experiments. They initially designed gliders. To test these gliders, they chose windy areas like the Kill Devil Hills, because suitable wind allowed them to observe the effects of minor errors more safely. Many failures occurred during these glider flights. The aircraft would unexpectedly tilt sideways. Control could not be maintained, or it would be blown off course by the wind. However, each failure provided valuable data for the next attempt. Wilbur stood out especially for his observation skills and discipline in taking notes. He meticulously recorded every detail during and after the flights. The most important realization by the brothers was that flight could not be achieved by engine power alone. The key to controlled human flight was balanced control of the aircraft on three axes: roll, yaw, and pitch. Therefore, when designing the flyer, they developed a special mechanism to allow the wings to twist and the tail surfaces to move. This mechanism is now known as the three-axis control system, forming the foundation of modern aircraft. The next major challenge was finding a light yet powerful engine. At that time, there was no suitable engine on the market. Most were either too heavy or not powerful enough. Therefore, the Wright brothers designed and built their own engine. This engine had only 12 horsepower, yet it was enough to lift the 274-kilogram flyer off the ground. Alongside the engine, the propellers were also specially designed. The brothers did not think of the propellers simply as a wind wheel. They shaped them with aerodynamic calculations as rotating wings. This laid the foundation for modern airplane propellers. On the morning of December 17, 1903, the historic moment arrived at Kill Devil Hills. Orville made the first flight. The flyer rose about 3 meters off the ground and stayed in the air for 12 seconds. That brief moment was revolutionary in human history. Later, Wilbur flew the aircraft 260 meters forward. They made a total of 4 flights, each serving as proof of their systematic work and perseverance. Orville and Wilbur not only flew the plane, they demonstrated how control and stability could be achieved. The success of the flyer was not due to chance, but the result of a methodical scientific approach and engineering knowledge gained through experience. The brothers spent years experimenting with gliders, designing engines, testing propellers, and carefully recording flights to achieve success. This process laid the foundations of modern aviation and turned humanity's dream of exploring the skies into reality. The modest-looking wings of the flyer were, in fact, a symbol of one of the greatest leaps in human history.